a group of us in child neurology are in particular advocating for a role of child neurologists and neurodevelopmental neurologists across the board to come together and advocate for a role and using our expertise in cerebral palsy diagnosis, that we're particularly well equipped to diagnose cerebral palsy and determine the cause of cerebral palsy. But caring for these people doesn't stop with just diagnosis. So there is emerging information about how the neurologic manifestations of cerebral palsy evolve over time. And adult neurologists across the board probably need to be more aware of those neurologic manifestations over time. But I will say that it's hard for me to say that neurologists in general or one specific population of neurologists should really take complete ownership over cerebral palsy, because by its nature, it's a systemic disease. It involves multiple different organ systems, multiple different issues that we need many specialties to collaborate on to be able to provide ideal care. What I would like, though, is for neurologists to realize that they are critical members of that care team at all ages, not just at the initial diagnosis, but across the board, and that patients need us to be involved. So I think the main takeaway is focused on cerebral palsy diagnosis, that we need to be doing it more consistently, and that currently there's a lot of practice variability, and that we need to make clear to the field, neurologists, and other practitioners taking care of kids with cerebral palsy that cerebral palsy is a clinical diagnosis and not an etiologic diagnosis. So if a child has a non-progressive motor disability, they have cerebral palsy from a central etiology, and then on top of that, we need to figure out the cause. The cause does not define whether you have cerebral palsy or not.